Assalamu alaikum, everyone, and welcome to the most awaited episode of the Hustlers Launchpad podcast. Actually, this episode was delayed due to the recent, the unavailability of the internet all over the country. However, we are finally here with the Hustlers Talk number one, and with us is our most esteemed guest, Abida Nasir. Now, this session is related to like how you can get interview calls for the each job you apply. Like for example, like many of you would be applying for the different jobs, but you're not getting any response. So now in this session, Abida Nasir, the career coach and expert in resume writing, in LinkedIn profile optimization, in the cover letter writing, is going to share with you all these strategies and techniques that is going to help you to land a job, that is going to help you to get an interview after applying for any job. So don't miss this, miss this session. And also you need to stay till the end, because Abida is also brought a really wonderful gift for all of you that will go along with you, and you can easily download it from a link that we are going to share. Now, before going further, I just want to welcome everyone in this session, and those people who have joined us in this session. You can just type in the comment section your name, your location, and the specific skill set or the area of expertise. Just join in this session, and you can just type your name and also your location and your skill set or the area of expertise, and then we are going to welcome our expert for this episode, Abida Nasir. And also uh, she is going to share with you all the studies and techniques with you. So we have Faisal Nadeem. He has joined us. Also, we have Asim Jamil. We have Dawood Akhtar. So now let me welcome Abida Nasir. But before uh, welcoming him, I just want to introduce her. That Abida Nasir is an educationist and a training expert. She is an expert freelancer with years of experience, and she has worked with thousands of clients and helped them to land interviews and help them to get jobs after applying for any job. So she is a specialist in ATS resume writing, in cover letter writing, in LinkedIn profile optimization. And last October, Abeda was also being invited by Fiverr. You people know Fiverr, to host a webinar on freelancing for the beginners. So Abeda is an educationist, she is a training expert, and she is also an expert freelancer. So, welcome, Abeda, to our live session. Thank you so much, Abeda, for joining us in this live session. And we have audience from all over the country, and also we have audience from different parts of the world also.
Thank you
So,
so much, Jack. It's a
thank you.
pleasure having
And
come to this podcast with you, and I wish I can add some value for all the people who have joined this session because everybody they want to get calls back, and if I can help in that, I'll be really happy.
thank you so much. Thank you so much for sparing your time and coming to this session. Before proceeding further, let's welcome to all the audience, and we have Faisal Nadeem. Thank you so much, Faisal, for joining this session. Thank you so much, Asim Jamil, for joining this session. Yes, we will share the link with you at the end of this session, and you are going to download that gift that is Abida Nasir has crafted that ebook for you and designed an ebook for you that is going to help you land a job after and also getting interviews for the job you apply. Now we have Dawood Akhtar. Thank you so much, Dawood Akhtar, for joining us. We have Muhammad Hamad Khan UAE, and he is electrical engineer. So those people who are joining us now, you can just type your name, also from where you are joining us, and also what is your area of expertise. Now we have Usman Anwar. He's from Karachi and health and safety, sales, safety and environment. His area of expertise. We have Rayan Siraj. Thank you so much, Rayan, for joining us. He is from Pakistan, and his area of expertise is recruitment. Okay, thank you so much, Ryan, for joining us. Yes, we have Afika Batul, and she also come up with a question also. So we are going to answer your question also. She's a web developer, and she has joined. She want to learn about getting remote jobs in US and UK. We are going to answer your questions. Don't worry. We have Wakas Nazar from Pakistan, Sarkoda. He is a banker. Thank you so much, Wakas, for joining us. Also, we have Ashfaq Ahmed. Thank you so much, Ashfaq, for joining us. He has joined us from YouTube. So this basically this session is live on Facebook, also on my LinkedIn profile, and also this session is live on my YouTube channel also. So you can also visit my YouTube channel, Ishtiyaq Marwat, and we have Musarat Irfan. Thank you so much, Musarat, for joining us. And thank you so much, Nishanta. Good afternoon. Thank you so much for joining us. Also, we have Tabinda Ilyas. Tabinda Ilyas is an SEO expert and she is from Aptabad. Thank you so much, Tabinda, for joining us in this live session. Uh, Many people are joining us in this live session. Thank you so much for your time. And we have Dawood Akhtar. He's from Mardan and he's a digital marketing expert. Yes, this session is really important, all for the professionals also and also for the freelancers because Abid Nasir has a diverse experience both as a professional, as a resume writing expert, and also she is a freelancer also, freelancing expert also. So she's going to guide you, and we have collected few questions. We are going to ask Abeda in this session, and these questions, most of these questions will be related to all of you, and most of your queries will be resolved after this session, inshallah. So also, we have Mohammad Shehzad. He's from Dubai, software engineer. Thank you so much, Mohammad Shehzad, for joining us in this session. We have Amir Mushtaba. He is from Lahore. He is a CA finalist. Thank you so much, Amir, for joining us. And also, we have Anwar Ansari. He is a telecom expert and he is from Dubai. Thank you so much. Now, we also have Anwar Ahmed Rana, and he's a social media expert and YouTube automation expert. And we have Usman Tariq, we have Sadur Rahman, and different other people are joining us. Now, I'm going to start this session. I'm going to ask different questions from Abid and Nasir related to her experience. And you can just type your question in the chat section if you are joining from Facebook, if you're joining on this session from LinkedIn, or if you're joining this session from YouTube. You can just type in the comment section, in the chat section, and we are going to answer every question today, inshallah. And so, thank you so much. And just those people who have just joined us, you can just comment your name, your location, and your skill set or area of expertise. Now, I'm going to welcome again Abida Nasir for her time to invest her time in sharing her knowledge, her precious knowledge with the audience on LinkedIn, on Facebook, and also on YouTube. Thank you so much, Abida, again. And now, Abida, before going further, and I want to learn about you. That tell us a bit about your journey, like being an educationist and also as a freelancer. This is really exciting for me. That seeing a combination, a combo here. That being an educationist as a professional and also as a freelancer. So tell us a bit about your journey.
Thank you so much, Ishtaq. And it's an honor for me, as I said earlier, to be a part of this podcast, which can bring wonders for anyone who wants to improve their life by hunting a job that is actually their dream job. So, to talk about myself, I was just ordinary girl, and I was really into studying and things like that. So my mother, she wanted me to be a doctor, and I was just good at studies. But I think so when you are a bit elder, you just sometimes you lose your direction. Like you don't want to study that much harder that you want to be a doctor only, studying all the time and doing stuff like that. So unfortunately, I could not get into that medical field. So I did my BSc, and after BSc, I just started my job because I had to support my family. At that time, my father got retired, and I was having two siblings as well. So I just wanted to do a job. So I started a job, and besides that job, I did my masters in English as a private candidate, not as a regular candidate, because I did my BSc from Punjab University, but since I was doing a job in KPK, so I went for Peshawar University and I did masters from there. And if people they are aware of Peshawar University, they know how hard it is to do masters in English from Peshawar University. So usually you don't get good grades and things like that. And besides that, I was doing my DIT as well. So when I was doing these all things, computer was not that much normal. I would say people would not use it. There were here and there people just going for diplomas and things like that. So it was a new thing for me as well. And since I was teaching and I was inquisitive and I picked things quickly, so it was easier for me to go with these all things. So fast forward, I got married as well. I continued my jobs. I just served in many international schools like Beacon House, Lahore Grammar, and schools like that. So in that journey, I became a principal as well. I served for more than 6 years as a principal, and my last job that was a contract in Army Allied School that ended in June 2022, and I did not do any job after that. So why didn't I join any other job after that? Because I had started my freelance career in the start of 2021, and I just came to know that we can do things like that as well. I started as a seller with a company, and later I got a mentor who told me that you can do things on your own as well. So why don't you start something that is relevant to your field? So he guided me, and he shared things with me, how to do things like for a professional resume writer, what you have to do, what certifications you need, and how you can help other people as well. So I was lucky enough that I started my career on Fiverr, and I got early orders as well, and my gig got ranked.
Really
And
impressive.
Alhamdulillah, I have more than 600 orders completed on Fiverr, and
Oh, mashallah, Zabardast, really
I'm
impressive.
working. Yeah, I'm working on Upwork as well. I have, I, I think so, innumerable clients now from LinkedIn as well, and I'm getting clients from all social media, like five. I would say, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, from everywhere. So it all depends on your exposure, how you present yourself as a brand, I would say. So this is my journey. So from last year June, I'm at home. I'm doing freelancing, and I am training other people as well, and that is obviously free of cost. I don't charge them usually. I provide them guidance, and I would like to tell them that there is as an alternative income stream that we have not yet utilized, and we are just after only the jobs that are in mainstream. So from going to be a doctor to a freelance trainer, this is
Yes, definitely.
yes,
That's
it's
really
a
impressive.
different type of journey that I never thought I would leave my job at any point, and I would do work as a freelancer.
That's really impressive journey. And like many of people, those who are working in jobs and those who think that freelancing is really difficult to join in, and like being a working as a working professional, and then transitioning toward the freelance journey, that's really impressive journey and really wonderful, that being a like a working woman and doing these everything and getting 600 plus orders, and then training people and then consulting and then being invited by Fiverr to train different freelancers. That's really impressive. And now again I have like another question for you. And like many people have already asked me these questions, like since we have scheduled this webinar, that what are the common mistakes that people make when crafting their CV and how they can avoid them. Basically, you have worked with thousands of clients and you have checked and reviewed different CVs. So basically, what are the common mistakes that many people make when they craft, when they write, like when they create their CVs?
Before answering this question, I would like to add one thing, that we cannot ask everybody to be successful in freelancing. And because I had a regular job, that really helped me gain my confidence that I could experiment myself in the freelance job as well. So I would not ask people to leave their jobs and join freelancing, but this is a side
Yes.
hustle. And if you see that your side hustle is giving you more revenue than your regular job, then you can switch it, because when you see it is stable, then you can switch it as well. For me, that because I have seen thousands of resumes that people have sent me. For sometimes they ask me for a review, and most of the time they then avail my services as well, because I tell them things, and because this is my specialty, I understand what things are wrong and how they can be corrected, so they just avail my services. So some of the things that are wrong, basically in people's resume is they are written half-heartedly actually, because we see many people, they are already just so tired of this job search that when they apply somewhere, they take their resume that they already have. They do not optimize it for the job that they are applying. And if we talk about the Pakistani freelancers or Pakistani job seekers, what we see is that their resume, it lacks coherence, it lacks a format. Usually it's a fancy one with a lot of colors, and then we see that their name and contact details, they are not complete. Sometimes the biggest mistake that I see is that they have only the job listed. Then they have a big section of objective, and that is actually the same repeated lines that they have taken from somewhere, that they have put it over here, and that is actually a begging that please give me a job because I want to do a job. So this is the biggest mistake. And another thing that they do is they don't proofread their resumes. We see lots of spelling mistakes. Instead of metric, they have written metric. So just imagine somebody reading your curricula vitae, and they find such mistakes in your resume, and then they don't want to go for it. And then the people do not understand the difference between CV and a resume as well. So that is also a big thing that people need to understand. And the details that are given, sometimes they are very lengthy and they are irrelevant. While you are writing a resume for any job, you need to keep the things that are relevant only. Irrelevant things make it lengthy, and your resume, it has only 6 to 7 seconds to catch eye of the recruiter or the hiring manager. And if there are irrelevant things, spelling mistakes, so what will happen? They are not going to look at it again. And then contact details, if they are given, sometimes there are typos, there are mistakes, phone number is wrong, that cannot be contacted. Even if your resume is good, they cannot contact you. You don't give your email, you don't include your LinkedIn link in that one. So these are the things that come to insufficient information. One is insufficient information, and the other is adding too much to your resume. And then I have seen resumes as well from English speaking communities where they have listed only the job title and the company name or the dates, nothing else after that. They think that
Yes.
they will assume what responsibilities they were having. And if there are some people, they find some job descriptions from somewhere, they will copy and paste them over here without personalizing them, without telling what you were actually doing and what were your achievements. So this is the most important. I'll discuss these things when I will have more questions about resume in
Yes.
general, how to write that. But these
Yes,
are some of
definitely.
the mistakes that I find usually. And 3-4 pages resume, totally no.
Oh, that's really a problem with like many people. Actually, I was just I attended one of the sessions from a career expert, and he also quoted the same thing, that the maximum length of the CV or resume need to be 2 pages, not more than 2 pages. Even experienced people with 20 years of experience can have CV with 1 page also, because this is
Totally.
a document which you are going to send people in order to get an invitation for the interview, invitation for a meeting. Because actually interview is a meeting between two people based on a specific goal, in order to help them achieve a specific goal. So that's basically an interview. So
Yeah.
basically the goal is to get a meeting invitation, and then if you are going to put them in trouble and sharing them with a CV of 4 pages, and then writing them and putting them responsibilities into it without any specific achievement, without any specific numbers, then you are not going to get shortlisted. So
Ishtaq, I just wanted to add one thing that 5 to 10 years ago, we also just adored the people who had 3-4 pages CV. We
yes,
said, "Oh wow, what a CV!
such an
They have
experience.
something to write in 4 pages." So we used to be we used to like that. But later we came to know that this is a disadvantage. Actually, this isn't an advantage.
Yes, definitely, definitely, definitely. This is not a good thing to do. Now, I have another question from the audience, and that question is that how can job seekers tailor their resume to specific job posting to increase their chances of getting interview calls? For example, if I am applying for a job of manager marketing, then how I'm going to tailor my resume? Like, what are the different? Either I'm going to put my responsibilities into it, and we were doing this thing like when you're applying that, just copy the responsibilities and put them there, and then make a 4 pages CV, and then we think, yes, we done the job, and now it's the job of the recruiter to shortlist me. So what are your views about it? That what are the
Uh,
how a job seeker can tailor their resume?
this is the question that is relevant directly to my field of expertise. So I'll just answer it in detail. But I just want to mention one thing. What we used to see in Pakistan, actually, for whatever Pakistani job seekers were doing, they were getting fancy resumes, customized resumes, with a lot of tables and text boxes and design and color and things like that. It is good if you are going to some place and you are just sending your resume, you are giving your resume by hand. So you want to have a good impression. But I don't think so this thing works now, because most of the people that are working in jobs or bigger companies, or are looking for jobs outside the country, like remote jobs for USA, UK, Canada, or any other countries, they now just should consider having resumes that are ATS. I don't think so. There is more place for CVs now. CV is something that you will reproduce, or you will present well while your academic background is required for jobs that are academic actually. And for other jobs, for all other jobs, a resume is required. One thing. So if we start from the top of a resume, what should be there? We don't want a lot of space, like 1.5 inches on either side of the page. No, this isn't required. You have to minimize white space. One thing, and for that you have to just go bring the margins to the maximum 1 inches, not more than that. And after that your name should be there. Like if we talk about the contact details, your name should be there along with your address. If you are outside Pakistan, if you are living in any European countries, or America, or UK, then you should have your that I just forgot that name of that your code where you are living. You get a code, postal code, that actually we say that. If you are applying for jobs that are near your area, then you have to mention your postal code over there, and that postal code helps the system to bring out your CV if they are looking for somebody who's going for physical jobs. And a second thing that has to be there is your contact detail, like your emails, your LinkedIn link should be there. And then if you have your portfolio, the link should be there at the top. Like there are many software developers, they have their portfolio on Git, so it should be there. If you have a website, it should be there. So whatever you are having, your phone number is the most important thing, where they are going to contact you. You have to mention it over there with country code. If you are applying to any job that is outside, then you have to provide a country code. Most of the people, what do? They just mention their phone number that is for their own country. They don't mention the code. And if there is a slight inconvenience for the recruiter or the hiring manager, they are not going to contact you. First thing. So done with the contact details, it should be clear. Secondly, you have to mention if you have experience more than 5 years, then you should have a career summary. And if you are just starting out, then you should have an objective. And the objective should not be like you were already writing that I want this job and that job. this area is the most important area, and this is the actually marketing brochure for you. So you highlight your expertise, and what is important, you first of all look at the job description for that you are applying for. Then you look for the company information, you go through it, you research it, and so you know what kind of environment they have, and you get to know their environment. Secondly, when you know about the company, it's easier for you, and the job descriptions, they mention certain keywords, very important. Like, we know keywords are very important everywhere, they are important. They are important in Fiverr, they are important on your other things as well. And LinkedIn, we know keywords are important, and in your resume also they are important. So try to use the keywords that are given in the job ad, utilize them, see how they fit in your resume, and trying to prove your expertise using the keywords you mention about your skills and your expertise and your experience, and then you show your willingness to join whatever field you are applying for. So another thing that I was telling about your about the resume is how do you utilize keywords. Another very important section where you can actually utilize that keywords is your competencies and skills section. Mostly people don't have these, but they miss the chance of writing those keywords and those skills whatever are mentioned in the job description. So automatically those because you can't fit all of them in your job descriptions. So in your competencies and skill section, try to incorporate things like that. And then you should have achievement section. If you have won some awards, you have got some appraisals, you should mention them, but they should not be very far off. Like, it should be a recent 10 years actually. After that, what we have is we have the professional experiences section. In professional experiences section, usually recent 10 years experience is mentioned in detail, and the experience, if you have more than that, then you can go for a section that shows as other experiences, where you just list down the title of your job and the duration for which you have worked there. But mostly details are not given because we want to keep the resume short. And secondly, what actually goes in the job descriptions, it is actually your achievements that you have actually when you were working there, what things you worked on and what difference you produced there. I have seen people posting all their job responsibilities that were given actually in their JD. So we don't want job descriptions here. Like, you had 20 JDs in your
Yes.
contract form.
Yes, definitely.
Don't put them here. Just
Yes.
pick the ones that are relevant to that job ad you are applying for.
Yes,
This is very
definitely.
important. And incorporate those keywords and write them as achievement based. And it is a very good thing if you are mentioning stats with them. For example, if somebody, I managed 7 people uh, as a manager, and we were able to produce any result that you can write in percentages or whatever. So this is a very good thing if you can mention it there. Like, in your first term, we had a profit of this much. So this thing creates impact. So always write what difference you have produced using the strategy and what was the result. This has to be a bullet. You don't have to write long sentences, please. Always write short bullets, starting with a strong action word. This is really important, because if you are not using strong action words, that is actually the keyword,
Yes,
then
definitely.
your resume is not going to produce an effect on the one who's reading it. And secondly, I will just explain it as well what are ATS resumes, because most of the people who are applying on jobs, most of the freelancers who are applying on remote jobs, they don't know this what is ATS. So ATS is actually applicant tracking software. There are different types of software. If you just search on Google as well, you will find about them. And what those softwares actually do, they have a preset criteria. Like if you have
Yes.
given a job ad, you want a person to be a 5 year experience, you want them to know about BI, you want them to know about analytics, you have
Yes.
some technical things or courses that you want, so you just set them as a filter. And when you parse all the resumes that you get in response to that job ad, the software is going to pick out the ones that are most compatible with those filters.
Yes,
And
definitely.
just imagine that there is you set 5 filters, there are 2 resumes which are having those all 5 filters fulfilled, and then there are some with 4, 3, 2, 1, and then somebody is having zero keywords that match with the filters you have. They don't have any chance. So what people do here in Pakistan as well, they have fancy customized resumes that they have paid some
Yes.
more money to get, and those resumes, they have tables, they have
Yes.
boxes,
Charts
text
and graphs
boxes.
and different things.
They are
Yes.
not parsed by the ATS.
8 years. Yes, definitely.
A simple PDF format of your Word resume, that isn't
Yes,
very
definitely.
fancy. Look, you are the person who are getting more than 1,000 resumes for a job. So,
Yes.
which ones would you like? The one which is easy to read,
Yes,
which
definitely.
gives you precise information. So, what
Yes,
is the
definitely.
contact detail? What the person has been doing? Any achievement in this job? Okay, my last job was as a data analyst, and that
Yes.
as that data analyst I achieved these things. You have 3 bullets. You don't need
Yes.
10 of them to read 10 of them to know, okay, this person is the one who is most compatible. So if you have got it now, when your resume is parsed by the ATS, you get a chance. So the ones having customized one, they don't get a chance. That is why they get automated responses. We are very sorry that you are not selected for the next phase of the interviews and things like that, and blah 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 blah. And we will
Yes,
we
definitely.
have this. Okay, so nobody wants
Yes,
my.
definitely. That's a quiet explanation related to that how you can craft your resume for a specific type of job. Now, one another question then many students have asked when I just scheduled this session, and they asked that do cover letters still matter in the hiring process? And if yes, then what should job seekers include in them? For example, there are a lot of things you discussed it really in a simple way, in such a detailed way that you need to include this thing in your resume. But what should they include in the cover letter if cover letter is still important in the hiring process? So, what they need to include?
Cover letter is still very important. Ishtaq, you must have felt this as well. Big companies like Facebook, Google, even they are asking for cover letters even now. Uh, I have worked with many who are working in Forbes, who are working for Fortune 500 companies. So they want a cover letter as well, explaining why you are fit for that job. There are so many things that cannot be explained in a resume. For example, if you have a gap, and what were you doing during that gap? You could take this opportunity of writing a cover letter to explain that I was upskilling, I was enrolled in this course, or I was deputed somewhere else. I just visited some other country, or I was just trying to upskill myself. So this is what you can do through the help of a cover letter, because the resume does not tell you were absent from the job history for 1 year. So where were you at that time? You can use that. A cover letter is a very good opportunity. Like, it increases chances of getting hired by 67%. This is a research. So when you have a cover letter as well, it shows why you are fit for that job. And if you have applied for any job that has a very strong background, you must see they have questions. Usually they have 3 4 questions. Okay, explain with an example, where did you use this skill during your job, and how did you solve that problem. So usually these are actually the cover letter questions that you are going to answer when you are writing. So a cover letter should start with contact details, as we have for a resume. Secondly, you write date, you write company name, and you write company address, you write what position you are applying for, and then you, because you have researched the company, you know about them, you should include that in your cover letter. How that company's vision matches with your vision. So this is just like buttering, but we have to do that. You have to include a company's vision. You have to write things like whatever matches with both of you, that makes you a better person for that job. So first of all, again, just like a resume, you just tell your wish that you are going to apply for that job, and why you are applying for the job, because your qualifications and experiences of this matches with your requirement of this job, and that is why I see that I am fit for this job. Second, in the paragraph, you go back to your job experiences, you pick out those job experiences and the keywords that were mentioned in the job, I would say job ad, and you mention specific things. I did this with using my this skill, and I produced this impact on my job. So this is a very a good thing where you can utilize a cover letter to tell them what you have been doing and how you are fit for this job. So in one paragraph, you just mention about, if you have more jobs, obviously you can write more about that, and then you come to your soft skills as well. You explain what soft skills you have and how have you been just incorporating these things to build a team setup, team environment, how you have been encouraging others, and how you have been just trying to be a productive member of any environment. So and in the end, you just tell them that this things are attached with my resume, and my contact details are there. If you want to contact me, you can always reach out to me, and we'll discuss this thing further. So this is how you just design your cover letter.
Yes, definitely. That's really such a detailed answer to the simple to such a question. And many people are just they don't know how they can write a cover letter, and you have explained it really well. So now we have another question from also again from the audience, and they commented this question most of the time that now the question is, how can job seekers improve their interview skills? Like, for example, you explain each and everything that how they can craft a resume, what they need to include in it, and also then you have mentioned discussed in detail that how they can craft a cover letter and why it is important. It is still important for the Fortune 500 companies. And you have worked with different employees and different candidates, and they were being hired there. So one thing is that they are being called for the interview now. You have explained each and everything really well, and they have crafted their resume, they have crafted their cover letter, and now they are being invited for the interview. So, what are the different things they need to like? What are the different steps they need to take in order to have good interview? How can job seekers improve their interview skills? And if you can mention two or three common questions that are being asked during the interview.
Uh, for preparing for an interview is a bit, I think so. When you are searching for the job, you research the company, you research the job descriptions, you see what they need actually, and you assess yourself as well. What qualifications you have, what skills you have. Then sometimes, if you don't have those skills, you are more less confident than that. But always try to make up the deficiency, learn the things which you think you do not know about that job yet, and improving interview skills. First of all, the most important thing that anybody is going to notice is your confidence. If you are confident, even if you don't know the answers, because there are so many questions that are asked, and some are really technical, and they might be really in-depth questions that you might not know at that time. But your attitude at that time, it determines your fate, what is going to come as an outcome of that interview. So communication is very important. Be prepared, research the company, research the job, research what is happening in the market right now, how much is the competitive salary, and when you are prepared for that, I think so you have confidence. And then uh, always wait for them to talk more, and when they want you to answer, then only answer at that time. And always when they have been asking you questions, take a pause, think about what you are going to answer, and answer those questions that are relevant to your industry or to your skills. Um, then there is another very important thing is that people, you have to dress well for that interview, either even if it is an online interview or it is on site. You have to dress well. You need to show them that you are enthusiastic and you want this job actually. And another thing is that I see many of us are guilty of that. um, when they ask us to tell us about ourselves, um, we keep it very short. We don't give them detail, like, and that detail should be relevant to that job actually. You have to highlight more those experiences which are relevant to that job, so it gives a better impression of what you have been doing. Although, yeah, they have your CV, they have your cover letter with you, but even then they would want to know what you have to say while you are there. And one more mistake is like when they ask us, why do you want to change your job? So most of the people, they have this got wrong, because when you talk bad about the company you are working right now or you have worked, so this gives a very bad impression. They immediately know that you weren't a good employee there, so they just want to change. So there are many job interview sites where you can practice these job interviews as well. And if you select the industry, they will give you some industry related questions as well, so you can prepare well. So it all depends on your research and your preparation, how well, because this is the age where everything is on click, every information is on click. So even if you ask chat gpt, if I am interviewing for this position with this company, even you can mention the name for this position, so what interview questions can be asked from me and how should I answer them, you will know them and you can practice them as well.
Yes, definitely, definitely. No, like it has been really easy when this Chat GPT has been launched, and now the writing, finding questions and answer to those questions, also writing a cover letter, also writing a CV. But still, if you want to get shortlisted for any interview, you need to take help of any expert like Abid Nasir, uh, in order to actually craft and the resume in a way that can help you get shortlisted and get passed through the ATS system. Because the experts always know the art, because writing a resume, writing a cover letter, getting shortlisted for the interviews is always an art. Like it's science, art and science, and you need to, and those experts have mastered this art, so you need to take help from them, like attend such type of sessions where experts are bringing their premium knowledge, not like only they're sharing their such something like they're sharing everything, the premium they are going to give them, like they are going to charge for it when they're going to go, when they're going to like when they want to go for the one-to-one consulting, but they are sharing it here like Abidal series is sharing it here, that premium knowledge. So those people who have got any questions, they can just type in the comment section. We have got many questions, but we are going to first go through all of the questions that we have received through our polls, and then we are going to go into the chat section, and also we are going to answer all the questions also. So thank you so much, Abida, for giving such a detailed answer in a simple way, in a detailed way to each and every question. Now we have got another question, and that is also really important, and that is that many people face, they really struggle when they just appear in front of the interviewer, in front of the any hiring manager, either remotely or like just a physical interview. So what are the three to five tips that you want to give to those people that who are going to struggle with the nerves or anxiety during the interviews? Because
Uh,
this is really important.
yes, it
Many
is.
of yes, you can just go with.
Actually, we need to understand where does this anxiety come from. Why are people so uh, I would say anxious while they are being interviewed? Because they always they are afraid of the failure. I will not get this job.
Yes.
And I think so this is the most important thing you to understand. If you are more confused, you are not going to get this job, and you are worried for that, then you won't get it. One thing that you have to just give away this fear that you cannot do that, and this comes with confidence. You should be confident enough that I have seen this job description, I have made my resume, I have written a cover letter, and they have asked me to come and present out of so many applicants. So if I am
Yes.
selected, it means I am worthy. When
Yes.
I'll be confident that I have all the skills, I have the potential, I can make that difference, then you will be more confident. And it comes from preparation actually. It comes from your research. When you know about the company, when you know about their culture, when you know what the job is requiring, then you are more confident about that. But I would ask you to practice as well. Practice in front of a mirror. The interview questions you can find on many online sites, you can practice them so that you have more and more confidence. You can ask help from a peer, from your friend as well, so you both can practice and you'll have more confidence at that time. But even then, at that time, it is only you in front of those two three people. So if you think low of yourself, you are not going to make any impact in any field of life. You should always think that I am the one who can do this. Have confidence in yourself. See, I would say I don't mind whatever people think about me. What I think about myself is more important. So if you think good about yourself, then you do good. And there is one more thing that I have done earlier as well. Like if I have a very important commitment or I have a very important project, I offer to Raka Salah and I just
Oh,
pray
that's
to
that's
Allah,
really
and it gives you so much confidence.
yes, definitely.
It gives you so much confidence that you can't even imagine. So this is what I do. I prepare well, and then I offer to Rakas for that whatever the thing I
Yes,
need.
seeking help from Allah. Yes, definitely prepare, giving everything into it, going all out, and then and also seeking help from Allah, and then you are going to be more confident. Yes, if you're going to fail, there is no problem. But the thing is that you will be much more confident. And one thing that one of the mentor told me that whenever you want to go for the interview. Or just type of such type of meeting, then you can just also recite these ayats from Holy Quran. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. And these are really really important. And you can just uh, repeat it 10 times, and you will be much more confident, and you will be speaking much more confidently. So
I
these are
advise
also
you just while you get out of your home, or you just are going to have that, just recite it 3 times, because I have seen people reciting Durood Sharif and this continuously, so they forget about the questions that are going to be asked while in the interview. Uh, After reciting it 3 times, leave everything to Allah and start thinking
yes.
about the questions that are going to be asked. How you are going to behave over there. Your body language is very important as well.
Yes, definitely, definitely. So we have got another question, and we have another question for you also. That basically many people, those who joined here, and also they've been following you from long time, related to career development, freelancing. Now, what are some tips for the career development and advancement for those people who are just starting out their careers, either like freelancing career or a professional career? because these are really important. So
uh,
what are some?
whatever, yes, whatever career you are this after, there are few things which are very important. One is like improving yourself, like upskilling. Try to learn things that are a bit, like we say, I plus one. If you are at this level right now, what more things you can learn to upskill this, so you can get better jobs. One thing, this comes to your individual development. The second thing that is very important, I think so, is networking. You have to network. You have to network with like-minded people. You have to network with the people who are in your field, and you have to add value, whether you are doing it uh, where you are physically in any job environment, or you are doing it online by your virtual presence. Whatever, you have to network, and you have to add value. And when you add value, you see you get more in return. And with
Yes,
networking, you get like how I came to know about Ishtiaq, or how Ishtiaq has
yes,
invited me today here. This is all because of networking,
yes,
because
definitely.
we are connected with each other through LinkedIn, and then I post things on social media, and you read about them, and you have a good opinion about me, and you think I am a
Yes,
subject matter expert, because
yes,
I have
definitely.
presented myself as a brand. So if you
Yes,
have to
definitely.
do that, you have to present yourself, and you have to do that continuously. You cannot take
Yes,
break.
continuously.
So networking
Yes,
is very important, and you can always ask for reference as well from people. And the more connections you have, the more support you get. You should have a
yes.
support group as well with you.
Definitely. One thing I'm going to add it. There is an Urdu quotation also. "जो दिखता है वो बिकता है." So also there is a quotation by Woody Allen. 80% of your success comes from visibility. So when like here we are connected only, and I invited you, and we also connected on Twitter. Also, we had a masterclass there, a session there also, and it only happened because I was visible. I made myself visible as an expert in LinkedIn, an expert in profile optimization, branding, marketing, content marketing, and you are present here on LinkedIn and on Twitter and any other platforms, and presenting yourself, growing yourself as a thought leader, as an expert in your specific niche. But it's a continuous effort. It's not a one day job. Like today you are going to just post like share one post to CV writing, and then you are going to get clients. No, career development and advanced career advancement is a continuous job, and you need to be continuously getting new skills, continuously getting improved, and you need to be continuously making yourself visible in order to attract opportunities. And again, I would end it with the जो दिखता है वही बिकता है. So you need
And
to
one more
make it.
thing, being introvert is not going to help you in this digital
Yes,
age.
definitely.
You have to be an extrovert. Even if you are not, you have to be on these all social platforms. This is very
Yes,
important.
definitely. Definitely, definitely. And again, I'm just sharing it with the audience that if you have got any questions, we also will have a Q&A after 5 to 6 minutes after ending after going through all those questions, because there are all the questions that are being collected through polls, and many of the students have these questions, and now we will be going after 5 to 6 minutes to the Q&A session also, and we will so just post your questions in the comment section. And Abida Nasir, she is a resume writing expert, cover letter writing expert. She is an experienced freelancer, worked with thousands of clients from all over the world, and also from the clients from the Fortune 500 companies. And she's with us here in the Hustlers Launchpad podcast in order to answer all of your questions. So just post your questions in the comment section, in the chat section, and she's going to answer each and everything. And again, I am going to add one more thing, that Abida has brought you a wonderful gift. and that gift is really important. And I will also share a picture of it also, just within few minutes. It is an ebook. It is been crafted, very well crafted ebook to help you land your dream job, like from applying to getting a job. That is a really good ebook, and she has crafted it, and it is a free ebook, free giveaway from Aveda Nasir, and she is going to share it with you today. And just type in the chat section that if you want that ebook, then just write I want ebook in the comment section, and we are going to share it with you free without paying any money or anything. So now we have another question, and that is related to freelancing. That what are the some common mistakes the new freelancers make when they start out, and how they can avoid them? Because basically, Fiverr is really one of the big platform, and also I started with Fiverr, and you also started with Fiverr, and you are being invited by Fiverr to train the new beginners, those new freelancers, and to help them start their journey. And this is really impressive. Being a Pakistani freelancer, and being a female, a Pakistani freelancer, and being invited by such a great platform. So just share with the new freelancers who are waiting in the comment section, who are watching this live session on three different channels, that what are the common mistakes new freelancers make and they're not getting any orders, and how they can avoid them.
So I'm thinking where to start. There are so many things they have been doing wrong. First of all, many of them, they when they hear about online work and as a side hustle, or they see screenshots of people earning so much money, they just get carried away. They go and they quickly make I would say profile over there. For example, Fiverr. They go and make a profile in Fiverr, and they wish that a client would come to them, while their profile is not optimized. They don't know what skill they have to choose. Actually, they will go for data entry, they will go for word to PDF conversion, and then they will go for content writing. They don't know anything about content writing, but they think they know about content writing because they were good at writing essays in their papers. So this is very wrong. Secondly, they do not know what skills are in demand now. They are always going for the trivial things that are happening, like $5. This is not going to help you, because with ChatGPT, people don't need content writers anymore. So there is going to be a more demand in content written by these AI sources rather than the content writers. So it is very important that you understand what skill should has to be in demand for the next 10 years, and the skill that is high paying as well. So most of the people, they have this problem, they don't know where to start. Please assess yourself, assess your skills, research what is going to trend in the next 10 years, learn that skill, and then when you have learned that skill, you know what is your unique selling point. Like, there are hundreds and thousands of people already doing that work. Why somebody is going to choose you? You should have something that is your USP. And what most people do, lowest price is their USP. This is not going to help you. If you get 100 orders for $5, then you will go to $500 a month for uh, I don't know for how many months you will do that. But if you are charging $100 for one thing, you just need 5 of those orders. So always go for high paying jobs, but the skills should be relevant to whatever you already know, what you can build on. First, build on the skill. For that, you need to assess yourself, research, make a USP, then go to a professional who knows, for example, Fiverr, who knows what is Upwork, who knows what is freelancer.com, how you can optimize your profile there. When I was invited by Fiverr, they wanted me to teach Pakistani sellers how to optimize their gigs. So if you don't know how to optimize your gigs, even if you are a superstar, you are a rock star, you have so many capabilities, but your profile is not shown in those first 20 pages, you have a 0% chance of being hired. And doesn't matter if you are so skilled in your field. And whatever we see here, we have so many skilled video editors, we have graphic designers, we have so many other people, but they are not visible on those pages to be hired. So this is the only thing that they need to learn. And then when you have done all these steps, you have learned how to optimize, then you go, you have a profile that is seen by the people, you are getting orders, then you should network. You should build your audience on all social media platforms. Don't stay on one platform. Go on Fiverr, go on Upwork, go on freelancer.com, go on guru.com, go to Twitter, go to Facebook, go to Insta, everywhere, go to LinkedIn. The most important, I would say, for social media platform now. So you have to go there, you have to build your presence, and for that you have to create content that adds value. The more networking, the more connections, the more exposure, the better you will get. Then attend conferences, attend seminars, attend courses, upskill always to stay in the competition. Like if you are a graphic designer only and your competitors are going for 2D and 3D as well, so where are you then? You will be there same at just getting order once monthly or twice monthly, and that also $5-10. So you are not going to stay in the competition. You will be kicked out. So these are the mistakes that, in my view, are costing us. So you need to upskill. You need to network. The most important thing.
That's definitely. You explained it really well. That these are the mistakes, and actually, one of the mistake that many people make is uh, charging very low, like having very low prices, and they think that with the low price, I'm going to get a lot of orders. No, this is not possible. Clients are in search of value, they are not in search of cheap things or any other thing. Yes, you can start with a low price, but it's just a start. You do not need to continue this low price, and believe me, whenever you are going to get like increasing the price based on the value, because in return you are going to also share the value, return the value. If you are going to increase the price, you are going to get much more clients and much more variable clients, because the higher priced clients are much more variable, and they are much more professional as compared to those cheap price clients. And I'm not saying that they're cheap actually. Actually charging, because one thing is, if you're not charging is per your the value you're providing, you are just doing disservice to you. So
There is
you need
one
to.
more thing that I
Yes.
wanted to add here. Actually, the lower you charge, the more losers you get. If you are charging less, you'll attract the people who are suckers for money, and they will take the work as well, and then they will say that the work is not up to their standard. So that charging less will not get you an order. You have to, one thing, optimize, and then you have to build a strong portfolio as well. If you have a strong portfolio, even if you are charging more, you will get clients, because most of the clients, they are looking for quality, not for the low prices.
Definitely, you're right. This is definitely that you need to charge higher in order to get more professional clients and also long-term clients. And I got those long-term clients, and I'm working with them till now. And they are, and I am the first one to contact if they need any service. They just reach me because I have provided them the value and they trust me. And also, even if we need video editing, and I'm not a video editor, but they just reach me that if you need or if you have any video editor, then just we need this work to be done.
So this is the
So
power of connection.
yes,
Like you have
definitely.
connections, you can refer anyone that is in your connection actually. So
Yes,
the
definitely.
network, if your network is strong, you get
Yes,
more business.
yes, definitely. And now, just the last question, that the final words for the young people, and especially for the females who are just housewives. They have the education, they have the skills, and basically most of the females have like they did the masters in different subjects, and they can definitely learn different freelancing skills. So what is your advice for all the young people, for the boys and girls, and everyone, and especially for the housewives, that what they need to do and how they can support their families also, like you are doing, along with your professional job, and now you're going full time into it. So what is your advice for that?
uh, Actually, for all the young people out there and even for the experienced ones, because when we are in a job, after sometimes we lose that vigilance and that excitement in that job. So this is not a good thing. So I would ask all the young people and the ones who are still young and they are experienced, they should be, one thing is consistent in their efforts for whatever they are
Yeah.
doing. I've seen people starting something and then just keep leaving it in the middle and starting another thing. So you have to be consistent, always research about things and then start something, and
Yes.
take help, take help from people, build connections as
Yes.
well. So this thing is really
Yes.
going to help you. And for the females, I would ask you people, stop scrolling Facebook and WhatsApp aimlessly.
Yes.
Start learning a skill. It's not necessary that you pay something to learn a skill. There are free resources available everywhere. Just see what skill is more interesting for yourself, learn it, and build connections. I think so. One thing that I have seen in females that are starting out is they want to be a touch me not plant. You know, in
Yes.
Urdu we say chui me. We, in this digital world, how can you flourish when you don't make connections? Like,
Yes.
in like you have technology, you can block anyone at any time, you can give them a befitting answer at any time. Build a strong portfolio, use a great profile picture, connect with people, engage with them, comment on their post, ask them to comment on yours, share content, add value. So this is going to give you exposure. We
Yes.
are an individual. I am not a woman only. I am an individual and I have tried proving myself like any man would do here. I'm not
Yes.
afraid of
Definitely.
taking opportunities. I'm not afraid of taking chances. I'm not afraid of trying new things. So I will ask you people to do the same. Stop
Yes.
being chui mui and start learning and
Definitely. Definitely.
and
That's
stop
really.
expressing and stop and sorry, you should start presenting yourself as professionals.
Yes, definitely. And that's really important in this digital world, in this digitally disrupted world. And again, it's being disrupted. One, it was disrupted by this digitalization and this remote work. And then now again, it's being disrupted by this AI. So there is no survival without going digital, without going online. Like if you, and you can just earn more money as compared to just going outside for a job. Yes, if you're going for a job, there is no harm in that. But again, you along with your full-time job, you can do freelancing, and along with your if you're a housewife, then still you can earn more money as compared to any other job. So
I just
just you
want
need
to
to.
add, Ishtaq, I just want to add one thing here,
Yes.
because I have been associated with education field for more than 22 years. So I know what females are getting in private schools. Like from
Yes.
8,000 to 20,000, if they are
Yes.
getting, this is nothing as compared to the expenses we have
Yes.
today. So if I'm not doing a regular job, it means I'm earning more than $1,000 easily every month. So that is equal to a 19 or 20 grade officer in Pakistan,
Yes.
whatever I'm getting at home. So why not you yourself? You can try. Everything can be taught. Everything can be learned. So learn.
Yes. Okay, so now we need to go to the, I think, the comment section, and we have many people. They are interested in getting this ebook. Now, again, I am announcing that, and here is all. If you want, if you can write, type in the chat section, I want job searching ebook. then I'm going to share with you Abeda Nasir free ebook. Now, its actual worth is more than $99, but and she is shared the premium knowledge that she is actually sharing it through the one-to-one consulting, and you can just type in the chat section, I want this ebook, I want to get job searching ebook, and Abida, I will just share this ebook with you without any cost, just free. And this is the premium knowledge that Abida is sharing only and only in the one-to-one consulting and different with the different clients. And again, I'm saying that Abida has a really great experience and worked with thousands of clients, and also she has worked with different employees and different job candidates for the Fortune 500 companies, and many of them also got the job opportunities. So that's really impressive. She was also invited by Fiverr to help the like beginner freelancers in order to get them start their freelancing journey. So she is a combo of being a freelancer, being an educationist. So and she is a resume writing expert, cover letter writing expert, and she can help you land an interview for each job you apply. So we are going to have a very important question, and that is being asked most of the times. And then this question is from Khatija Rabbani. What is the role of image in resume? Shall we add this in resume or not? Now, this
If
is
you're if you're talking about the profile picture in your resume, then
yes,
for jobs that are in USA, UK, or Canada or any other country, you don't need that. They
yeah,
don't want it because they don't want any discrimination while you are being assessed for your abilities. So
yes,
if even if in their resumes you don't find gender, you don't find date of birth, you don't find anything like that. So they don't want, recruiters don't want your uh, profile picture there in your resume, but in Pakistan we do that mostly.
yes. Now, if they're not going to include it also in Pakistan, I think there is no problem with that. So, actually, whenever I apply for any job, and I'm not including any picture, and this is not a mandatory. And when an employer has asked you, in the job description, that you need to include your picture, then you need to include. Else, there is no problem with that. You can, if you are going to avoid it, then you do not need to include the picture. Now, we have another question from Sardar Ahmed Khan. What should I need to change like keywords in my resume, and in which section for matching each job description? Like basically his question is that where he need to include those keywords. I think you explained it really well, but you can just
I'll
give it an overview.
I'll do that again. And I think so. One thing that I missed while I was explaining about resume, that you cannot use one resume to apply to every other job. Like you have one resume and you are applying with the
Yes,
same resume everywhere. You should not do that. Always research what is the job description, what they want from you, what skills are there, what are the hard skills, and what are the soft skills, and include those all keywords in your either career objective or summary, whatever you have. Then in the skills and competency section, and most importantly in your job experiences, like when you are telling about your achievements in each job, try using those keywords in every bullet, so that it makes an impact and it gives you a greater chance of getting selected by the ATS.
definitely. Very well answered that you need to. Now, we have another question, and that is related to the salary negotiation. And let me display this question also. And this question is been asked all the times by different people, and that is that from the Faraya Beg, and how to negotiate about salary and in an interview.
uh, Actually, whatever the most important strategy in doing that is, rather than uh, a hiring manager asking you about the salary, uh, you ask them about that. But if we talk about Pakistani environment and the culture, we usually don't allow the interviewee to ask so many questions, but actually we should. So when you ask that question first, it puts them in the position where they have to answer. They have to give you a range. And if you have researched the job market already, and you know your experiences as well, how well you fit in that, and by the I would say the impression of whatever you already had, discussion, whatever you already had, you know that either you are going to pass or fail in this one. So if you are in a good position, always go for more, and whatever is I would say market salary, you should keep that in mind. But
Yes.
it is not only about the salary. If you are having, you should ask about other benefits as well, if they are having those or not. So but it depends on you how strong you present yourself during the interview, so you can negotiate then even well. But as you know, job market is already saturated and there are very few opportunities, so it always depends on you as well. If you are getting 80,000 from your previous job, and they are offering you 60,000 in the new job, you will not shift over there. So you
Yes.
need to keep your own scenario as well, but always uh, research the job market and go for competitive salary.
Yes, definitely. Very well answered. And again, we have only 2 to 3 minutes more. And if you people have any question from Aveda Nasir, she is going to share the premium knowledge with you people. But Aveda, again, I am going to invite you that if anyone from this session or anywhere they want to reach you in order to get help related to CV optimization, LinkedIn profile optimization, resume writing, cover letter writing, or one-to-one consultation related to the whole process, along with like you have already shared an ebook with them, that's really being generous, sharing this premium knowledge with them. So where they can reach you, what are the different platforms that you would be available, and like where they can reach you?
They can reach me on LinkedIn.
Yes.
I have profiles on Facebook. I have it on Twitter. I have on Insta, wherever they want to. And if you can share my Gmail as well with them, you
Yes,
can do.
definitely.
They can
Let me
text
just within 1 minute. Yes, I will just share the Gmail with them. Just you can just if you can just mention your Gmail.
ABIDA
BA.
NASEER 36 at gmail.com. Abida Nasir
Okay.
36 at gmail.com.
Okay. ABIDA. It's not including H. Okay. This one is the correct one.
Yes, this is.
Okay, now if you people are going to reach Abedan Nasir in order to get consultation related to resume writing, CV writing, LinkedIn profile optimization, interview help, any type of one-to-one consulting, coaching, she has experience of over uh, working with thousands of clients and experience. Also, she has a diverse experience as a teacher, as an like educationist, and you can just reach her on LinkedIn also. Like you just type the name Abida Nasir, career coach. Also, you can reach her on Twitter, also on Instagram, and also here through Gmail, and you will get the response. But again, she already shared her ebook with you, and you will find premium knowledge. But you need to definitely, if you need more valuable help and premium help, then you need to definitely reach for the one-to-one consultation also. So that's all. Thank you so much, Abid and Nasir, for this impressive session, for such a wonderful information that you had shared with the audience on three different platforms on YouTube, LinkedIn, and Facebook, and also sharing the ebook with them also. So again, I'm saying one time more that those people who want to get this premium knowledge from Aveda, that is actually worth more than $99, you will get it free. Just type in the chat section, I want job searching ebook, and we are going to share it with you. And I'm also going to share a picture of that ebook also with them, so that they can they can actually see that what is being included here. Just let me share the screen. Now, I think yes. Now, this is the ebook from job searching to get hired, a step-by-step guide by Abid Nasir, and you are going to get it for free from this session. So you need to you can just type in the chat section, I want this job searching ebook, and I'm going to share it with you. And also, if you want direct one-to-one consultation, want to reach Abid Nasir, this is the Gmail address. Note it down, ABIDANASWR36 at gmail.com. She will be available for you, and she is going to provide you with the knowledge, with the experience, and with the support that is going to help you land your dream job. So thank you so much again, Abid Nasir, for for just accepting my invitation despite of several delays because of these signals and everything, and sharing this premium knowledge with the audience on three different platforms. That this knowledge is really valuable, and this being like this video become part of the online different platforms, Facebook and LinkedIn and YouTube. And those people who are going to watch this video anytime after this session, they're going to get this premium knowledge that is going to help them getting interview calls for each job you apply. Thank you so much. And again, I just want to share one more thing with the audience, that we have started one more training series, and that is from the Alif Analytics. And you can also join, like our Power BI masterclass is coming live, and I will just share the uh, screen here. And we are also providing, like, Alif Analytics is a IT training and IT consulting company, and we have started two different master classes. And the first master class is related to the data science, and another master class is related to the data science and machine learning, and another is the data analytics, advanced data analytics master class with Power BI. Now, the advanced data analytics masterclass, that is with Power BI, in order to like mastering Power BI in just 4 weeks. It's starting from 3rd June, and it is a 4 weeks masterclass, and timing is from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. and it's on Saturday and Sunday. And you can join this, become expert in Power BI in just 4 weeks. And we have early bird discounts available, and you can just, and also we have group discounts also available. You can just reach me on LinkedIn, on Facebook, or on on any other place, and you can just become the expert of Power BI in just 4 weeks. So Alif Analytics, you can just visit alifanalytics.com, and you can just become part of our master classes. That is, one is the data science and machine learning that is already started, and another is advanced data analytics with Power BI, becoming the master in Power BI in just 4 weeks. So just type alifanalytics.com in Google, and you will just find this information.
This
So
is
thank you
really
so much.
inspiring, Ishtaq, because I have been dealing with resumes from many people, and I know that companies these days, they all need business intelligence
Yes,
professionals. And this is a
yes.
high paying job, so
Yes,
people
that's
should.
why we started this, because there is being in demand also, and many companies are being like demanding such type of specialists and experts. So we have started this masterclass, and we have early bird discounts available. And if anyone want to avail, then they can just reach us on LinkedIn. And this is like my LinkedIn profile is visible in front of you. And also, again, if you need resume writing and cover letter writing help, then you can just reach Abid Nasir on LinkedIn, Twitter, and also through this Gmail address. Thank you so much, Abida, again, and
So much.
best of luck to everyone for their job search. And may this session help you, and may this ebook help you to get interview calls for each job you apply. Thank you so much. Allah
Thank you
Hafiz.
so